Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ashes Wednesday.
Quick, look charming. That's how I feel during the intro. Like we're just waiting for it, and then it's like, people.
Suddenly, give me the energy.
What's up, everybody? How's Ashes doing out there? The Ashes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's what the chat wants to know.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm doing quite good, yeah.
What's the most...
There's a scorpion in the house today.
Whoa, I was going to say, what's the most exciting thing that's happened to you recently?
I got to find, and the
big?
thing is...
Wait, how big is a scorpion?
It's a smaller one. Little guy. It wasn't like a big old... we do have those. I've seen those out there.
It's like a spider with armor and poison.
I think, aren't they arachnids? Aren't they 8 legs? Yeah. So, but that is the aggression will not stand line for me.
Scorpions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can, I grew up with spiders and stuff being in the house that sometimes you got to take out. We didn't kill them. We took them unless they were recluse or black widow, aka dangerous.
Yeah, kill them.
But no, I don't do scorpions, man. I just don't do it. They're not cool. They're not interesting to me. I want them all gone.
Like conceptually, I love scorpions.
Really? See, they're just so obviously built for destruction.
Yeah.
Even though they get wrecked in nature, like they just are bad.
But they can
as
kill
far
stuff.
as the metagame.
You know
They can, but like they get eaten by like squirrels and stuff. Because all you got to do is everyone realizes you just like pin their tail down and they can't do anything. You just eat them.
Yeah.
Plenty of things have figured that out.
Is that what you do?
No. But the thing that's bothersome to me about that is I know that there's some way that they're getting in the house.
Mm.
And I've read that scorpions can like become the size of a micrometer or whatever, like a neutron. So it's very difficult, I think, to keep them out.
Silent Rhino saying, I once woke up to a scorpion crawling in my bed between my back and my sheets.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. And they're getting in somehow. And you got to ask yourself the question, how are they getting in? It is a self-contained box.
You do have a dog door, though, right?
There's a dog door. Are they able to climb through somehow? Because it shuts pretty solidly, so that's one option. There's also like back by the washing machine and dryer. Like, was that cocked correctly?
Stuff, yeah.
Was the piping?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I will soon be on like a mission this weekend.
Well, I feel like your house is small enough. Like you could actually like...
I could find everything.
Yeah, so I had that moment a couple months ago where it was nighttime. There's a bathroom in my bedroom, right? So I'm walking through the bedroom to go to the bathroom. I flip the switch in the bathroom.
Yeah, and it's that weird thing. Was it the weird centipede thing?
No, that was different. That was a different one.
Yeah.
But
don't like that.
Like
either.
my foot's like all like going towards the ground, and as I flip the light on, I can see there's a spider.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bigger spider.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, I like jump back. And as I jump, the spider jumps because it was shocked. But like I'm looking at that thing and I'm just wondering, where'd you come from?
Yeah.
And how'd you get back here?
Yeah. Why are you here? Yeah.
Like it's not, it's one thing if they're like near the front door or the back door or thereabouts.
They went deep into the
Mordor. It's like, is there a window in the bedroom that's not? Because they haven't been open. It's like, are you coming up through the pipe?
Or are you literally can you get so far from the front door all the way back here without being spotted? What other horrors are happening in this house?
And how'd you make it all the way back here?
Yeah. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. Speaking. But the beauty of the container house is that it starts as a container.
Yeah.
Right. So technically nothing can get in there to start. So anything that is coming into the house had to be the source of that. So it's the dog door, probably.
Or probably.
It's there's a very specific place where all our pipes are coming in.
So I can come up through like a pipe or a drain, right?
And it can technically come up through the drain, but it would be impossible to come up through like the shower drain or something because
like the sink?
Well, if you think about the way the well house is though, it's like the well house is out here and it has a PVC line that is fully contained from the well house all the way into the house. So like there's no entryway for a scorpion to get in the actual pipe. Right?
Unless it swam in the water for a long time.
From under, like literally from 200 feet below the earth, which maybe they're swimming in the aquifer down there. That is a new horror for me to imagine, but I don't think that's real. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's real.
A new horror for me to imagine. Yeah.
I think it's I think it's some way where a few of the pipes are coming in, maybe, and then probably the dog door. Yeah, exclusively. Yeah. Or like riding on Appa inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Appa goes in and out. So Appa's going in, and it like opens, and there's a little thing there. It's like
I mean, I guess if they're just like waiting in the queue for that door to open.
It could just happen to be on the like edge of the door, It could be on the door even.
That would just be it would be unlikely.
Like if they were just like crawling
That's true.
on it, and he like runs and they get knocked off onto the ground.
That's
it's like,
true.
oh, where do I go now?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trapped.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the villains. What's up, everybody? Anyway, hey, we got some. We're gonna play Tristan and Rowan. We're gonna play the exact same matchup we did last week again because Zach wants some revenge, and we think that matchup can probably turn to Rowan's favor. Also, we're gonna answer some questions from Twitter.
Do we?
Yeah, I think so. Because you were just really unfamiliar, and then you started seeing what you were supposed to do at the end, which happens when you first start. And then we're probably going to look at how we might tweak these decks moving forward. Obviously, Impossible German did a great job, also known as Jason, on these. But we're going to start out with, unrelated really to Ashes, but we put our hot content strategist, Bryce, there on double duty past few weeks. He's been really trying to step it up. Said, hey, if anybody has questions they want answered, we'll answer them on stream today. And so we now have to do what he said we would do.
And he said that on Twitter.
On the internet.
If you aren't already following us there and you use Twitter at all,
yeah,
perhaps you should be.
Yeah. So if you're like a mid-30s tech-interested opinionator, sign up for Twitter today.
There's a lot of people that use Twitter that aren't very opinionated and they just read. Mm-hmm. That's most people, actually. Very light posting of opinions.
If I were in that category, I would stick to books. Here's a question for you. Zach's hair care routine.
Is that really a question?
It's from your brother, yeah.
Let me see that.
Yeah, it says right there. I mean, it looks good.
Well, thanks.
I'll tell you my routine. I've got an argan oil moisturizing shampoo. I don't condition. I find that when I use conditioner, like my hair is already super fine. And it makes it even finer, and it just looks worse. It has the less volume.
Yeah. I feel like the short hair, though, conditioner is way less relevant.
Yeah, it shouldn't be relevant. So use the shampoo once a day. That's me. And then I swoop it over in the morning. And then when I go to like a wedding, I put some of that street cream in it. Mm-hmm. And
is it street cream?
Yeah. And then I'm waiting. And then I'm waiting for. Yeah, I watched so much New Girl. Shannon's back on the rewatch. It's like, oh, it's my so goodness, good.
The Street Use episode murdered so me, good. Schmidt.
And then I'm basically just trying to get as much mileage as I can before I'm effectively too bald to recover from, and then I'll probably start shaving it entirely.
Yeah, you never know how long it's going to take or last.
Yeah, it's true.
We're aging.
Mindau Gauss Struckle Kauskas says, win Battletech TCG. We did the throwback before. Will we play it again, Zach?
Man, I don't know. Maybe. That's our content.
I liked it.
Strategist.
I liked it a lot, but I wouldn't. If I were in the breath holding business, I would not be betting any money.
Like the scorpions swimming up the
on the Battletech TCG like tomorrow or anything, right?
To answer your question, shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
But I did learn.
Did you blow dry or anything?
No.
Never? Dang.
If we're at that point, I'm cutting my hair.
Okay.
Like, part of not cutting my hair is the fact that I don't have to get haircuts every 2 to 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. So if that costs me daily time, at some point the equation switches, and it's back to cutting my hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
But I did learn when I grew my hair out this time, like I had long hair in high school and before and then after, and I didn't ever really connect the dots on the fact that I have curly hair.
Yeah.
And
I didn't either. It was straight in my head.
Yeah, and the shampoo and conditioner that you use when you have curly hair is different. If you use normal people shampoo and conditioner, it makes it really frizzy. Okay. So like about a year and a half ago, I started noticing out here it was getting really frizzy. Mm-hmm. When I was long, I was like, I'm going to have to cut my hair. This is the end. That's when I went and saw someone who actually specializes in curly hair. And they were like, oh, yeah, you're just using the wrong shampoo and conditioner. I was like, oh,
cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing whenever experts actually know what to do?
It is nice.
It's not that normal.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of questions. A lot of fab questions here. I'm going to get to maybe some of them. Rob asking, what game do you really enjoy and like, but rarely get to play because the people around you don't feel the same way about it? We're in a very, very fortunate position on this. Mm-hmm,
mm-hmm. I think probably the best example of this is Skytear. Mm-hmm. Most games I want to play, I can play. And I have collections and decks that I can play and more than enough. In fact, there are too many games and too many people willing to play. That's actually my problem.
Yeah.
Which is very fortunate to be in.
That's a nice problem to have.
But Skytear is a game that I probably could play more often, but given the depth, the time commitment, and just the overall nature of the game, don't really get to see it that much. But every time we play like the mobile format, I have a great time.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. So I guess the perennial for me is probably Swords and Strongholds.
That one's easy to get. You could.
But you know what's surprising, man? It's like it's difficult when I'm at, because a lot of times when you're at like a social environment, right? So this is me and my wife, some friends, etc. Like I tried Wingspan once and it was hilarious how bad that went. So funny.
Bad in what way?
Truly you know how it gets, the 30 minutes in, I have no idea what's going on, I have no idea what's happening, that kind of thing. People have been drinking some, so that may have had something to do with it. And I was like, guys, this is not hard. That wasn't helpful either. But
you're just like making fun of it. It's like this. It's like this, so they just aren't used to it.
So that's too far for that group. But like Love Letter is hits.
Makes sense.
And I wish I could get more of the let's go up to the Swords and Strongholds level. But it's rare that there's interest in going that unless Jonathan's there. Yeah. And then he and I will just get tanked playing Swords and Strongholds for like 4 hours.
We could do a new thing.
Wake up with my clothes off. That's not how Swords and Strongholds works for you?
Has yet to happen, yeah.
Wow. You're doing it wrong, dude.
Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I was going to say, we could have a new tradition where we end every stream with a game of Swords and Strongholds that is then clipped, and it's like game 1, game 2, game 3, and then like in 5 years, we have played 500 games of, or whatever the number is.
Games can last an hour or more, though. If you're doing it right.
Swords and Strongholds?
If you're doing it right, yeah. Yeah, it's a real player's game. John the Bard, hilarious. Doomtown, that's great. That's a great answer. Ugh, a lot of Uggs, but Doomtown is that
honestly,
game.
I feel like...
what's that game for you guys out there? Everybody watching?
I feel like there's enough...
Ashes, probably.
property, building, land dispute stuff in my real life that I don't want to play Doomtown.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to build a house in real life. I love this comment also from, who is it? Mindaugus. Basically wondering if I should buy into Battletech TCG or Flesh and Blood. There's so many different reasons to do one or the other. So, like, one of them is from 1996.
If you really like Battletech...
So that's a different vibe entirely.
I would say picking up enough of those cards to play that game is definitely worthwhile. That was fun. And it's a finite expense/time investment. It probably is going to be harder to find people to play that with unless you know someone very specifically wants to do that. But if you want an active local game/community/events to go to, Fab is the choice for sure. But yeah, I don't necessarily think it's an either/or situation.
Here's a question for you, Zach. You've got a competitive team.
I like the
in
air
Flesh
quotes.
and Blood. How much do you factor in someone's attitude and reputation when deciding to add someone to your team? Let's exhaust this outward or expand it outward to add someone to a gaming team. How much would you factor attitude and rep? Example, what if someone's really good at the game and can make your team better but has a poor attitude or a murky past? Do you give them a chance or pass them?
So honestly, the answer is the same for the Wolfpack, which is the Fab testing team, and even Covenant, which is, and this is a very common, going to school for business and management and all this kind of stuff. Very, very common opinion is, no matter how talented someone is, do not hire them if they're jerks. Like, basically the idea that a high performer is fine. Their attitude is fine regardless because they're just a high performer.
Yeah.
And there are teams that are like that. The whole team is like that, though. So the biggest thing to me on either side is cultural fit. And what do you mean by that? And so, like, in Covenant's case, we have core values, which is how we expect everyone here to behave in certain ways, and the values.
Prioritize, yeah.
And so if someone doesn't have those, we actually, when we introduced our core values, we had people already on the team who had some of those values, but not all of them. And it was kind of a refining process in the hiring and changing and stuff. Same thing's true of the Wolfpack, which the values are different than the Covenant values, of course. And so attitude is super important. And when it comes to a testing team, one of the key ethos of the whole group is we're here to play a game and have a good time. So we want to, and part of having a good time for those people is doing well at the game and pursuing excellence at the skill of playing that game. So we do want really good players on the team, but your performance at tournaments and stuff is definitely not the first part of the application. Like that's not where it comes from.
And a lot of times you can stay in even if you're bad. Just speaking of your brother. Next question: have you actually played Blitz?
Killed.
Answer to this is yes. We actually tested extensively for a Team Blitz format. This is from Lighurt on Twitter. Yes, we have. We played. We did a lot of testing on the leading up to the Team Blitz. Where was that at
Vegas?
Vegas at the world premiere. Played a ton. Played all the different Blitz decks at the time.
We played 4 or 5 months of Blitz after Crucible came out.
We had a ton of Blitz actually.
Yeah, that was always we streamed Blitz for 4 months.
So you must be living under a rock, Lighurt.
Maurice says cold-blooded. LOL to your Tim comment. Got him.
I love this answer from Jason too. The game that he doesn't get to play enough is the alternate dimension edition of Star Wars Destiny, where action cheating didn't make me sad. Effectively, wouldn't that have been fun? That would have been fun, right?
Yeah,
where's Lucas when you need him? Alex Becker, what is the current state of Store 3.0? Zach, I will go too far if you give this to me, so you get to be tight-lipped about it.
I don't have to be necessarily tight-lipped. So the current status is that we're continuing to work with the architects. Ran into some problems 3 or 4 months ago with the overall concept we were working on. Combination of material supplies and price of those materials just kind of made it almost impossible to do what we were wanting to do. So kind of had to go back to the drawing board. And we've been going through that process. And there's little stuff like literally today, this morning had a meeting about the grading of the space, which is just the not sea level. What's the
I love that you call it the elevation.
The elevation of the property and like how that functions. Because there's stuff we're wanting to do in the play space, and then there's also the warehouse / office space. And it's just little stuff like that matters. Like a basic example is if you're getting a delivery, they have a pallet of product that's heavy. Like right now in our current facility, the parking lot is kind of sloped. It's actually sloped like this over there. And so if a truck is here with a product on it, and they've got a giant pallet that's like 2,000 pounds, and they're trying to get it off the truck, even a slight slope is really
problematic
for them, because they're the ones that are responsible for getting it off the truck. But we have to get it into the facility at that point. So there's those kind of things that we're dealing with. But I will say, even just that was the focus of this morning's call. But they were also working on some 3D modeling of other stuff that was like, you can see that space and then showing the other in the background. And it's been kind of out of mind, out of sight, or out of sight, out of mind for a couple weeks. And they're just seeing it. I'm so ready for that to happen. But it's a long process. We also... how much we reveal and when we reveal it is interesting, because we don't want to get people. It's like if you're excited about it like we are for too long, eventually it's just like, okay, I've heard about it.
That's a certain mindset for sure. We both share that mindset. Yeah, that's fine. Good answer there. It's looking great. I'm jacked about it. The one thing that can happen right now is we'll get the final kind of cost estimation soon, and it could be totally deflating.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
Well, and worth noting too, like we kind of arrived at our final plan several months ago, and it was probably the peak of pricing to build something. Mm-hmm. It's been coming down since then. That's part of why we're retooling based on materials and prices and stuff, but also
it was the peak of our ambitions too.
Yeah, it was both. But my expectation, general market conditions of the world right now, in the next 6 to 9 months, I think this price is going to dramatically change. So this is a long-term for us, right? Like we're going to be in the space for a long time. We've been building to this for a very, very long time, over 15 years. So we want to get it right. And we're taking the time to do it, even if in the short term it's pretty painful, because I would love to have that space sooner than later.
Me too. Question here from Mindagaus too. I'll just treat this one as a Twitter question basically, because this one we get a lot of like, once I have a game done, can I send it to you like as a gift or to check out or whatever?
Like designing it?
Yeah. So that's awesome. There's a lot of people in the space, and especially I think in our particular audience that are interested in the deeper level of tabletop that would have you design your own game, or you're thinking more about mechanically how are games functioning. And so here's what I'll say. One is we just don't have the time to help test or give you feedback on, is this a good game or not, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if it's like, here's the game prototype that I have, a lot of people ask that. We can send you this prototype. Will you give me notes? So it's like, no, we just don't have time. We're running the other side of the business. But secondarily, if it's like, if you got a game that's finished and you just are like, I think you guys would love this, here as people, you can have that. That's fine. You can send that over. We may well play it personally. We might take a look at it. Of course, we love games. Those things do happen. But then third, this is probably most common, is I'm taking a game to market or Kickstarter. Would you guys show it off on the channel if I send it to you? And our answer to that is you can send it to us, but we're not going to make any commitments because we have a lot of inputs on our side as to what we want to show or what we want to support. So we may well take a look at it, we may well fall in love with it, and we may well show it on the stream, but absolutely no guarantees. So we always tell publishers, be very aware of where you're spending your money. If you're spending hundreds of dollars to get a prototype printed to send to us with the hopes that it might eventually show up on the stream or in photos or whatever, that may not be the best use of your money. Because it's like a very small percentage chance. I mean, we added 2 games this year to the lineup, and they were big games.
But as importantly, said no to a lot.
Saying no to a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of really great games, by the way.
And a lot of things that have nothing to do with the game itself. What's your vision? What's your, what's your marketing capital? What are you looking to achieve? How is your game different in the marketplace than everything else that's already out there, etc. And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, mistakenly think, if my game is 5% better designed than this other game, it will win. And the reality is that is not how that goes. And we know that from, every industry on Earth.
Yep.
Look at the USB 2.0 port, for goodness sakes. What would it take for you guys? This is Starfleet J. Andrew. What would it take for you guys to get Star Wars CCG launched again as a partnership like you did for Ashes? Your ability to build relationships with devs via your platform is maybe the best hope we have. It would take one phone call and we would do it tomorrow.
We would absolutely do it. I think what it would take is publisher with the rights to do it.
Yeah.
Publisher with the IP / literally the license for Star Wars, and then the publisher wanting to do it with us. But I have a hard time imagining a Star Wars licensed card game would fit that model. Because if you're doing the license from Star Wars, you're probably already in for millions of dollars to even start. And you'd have to have very high confidence in that product. Whereas the PDP style model, while I think it can be used to bring back, if you're out there and you have the rights and you can get the license and you want to do that, let's go.
Bring back like Wars, CCG, for instance.
But yeah, I wouldn't see that being practical.
I don't think it could work on a licensed game in its current state. Maybe. I mean, maybe if it's big enough. I don't know. Guess we'd see. But Star Wars is like the big one. Nicholas saying, my girlfriend and I are just beginning our overnight oats journey. Oh, let me do that again. My girlfriend and I are just beginning our overnight oats journey. What are your favorite recipes? Also, Stephen, please play more Levia. Okay. Loud and clear.
Fair enough. Easy answer on this one. Go to our Discord channel. I believe it's pinned in the general.
I think it is, funnily enough, yeah.
Get that question quite frequently. So you can go there, and if you have questions about any of that, feel free to tag me on Discord. I'm always happy to talk oats.
A few left here. Would you consider playing Magic again on a Friday stream or some such? The Jumpstart product fits well with your Keyforge / Soulforge coverage. Thanks. I am absolutely interested in Jumpstart. I think it's I think it's a perfect format for me. I've talked about it past few weeks, actually, that I would love to try to play it, etc. So I think it's very likely that we would see a Magic Jumpstart on the stream at some point.
I will literally play whenever Steven and Bryce decide to have me play on stream. So yeah, I would do it. I'll tell you, I'm particularly excited. I was talking a while back about it. I kind of feel like I need to just experience Magic, like being a part of the Magic community and what that's like. So next year they're supposed to put out the Lord of the Rings Magic set. And apparently they're going to have the full draft and sealed and release events and pre-release and stuff. So just personally, I might use that as an opportunity to like experience that community. So how that relates to the stream.
Let's do a big stream series on that.
We could do like documentary.
That'd be fun.
Like be going into other stories.
Getting into Magic.
Yeah.
Be interesting. Yeah. Ravi asking, what's up, Ravi? Will there be a dark horse deck? Oh, let me hit you. I'm gonna hit a what do you call that? Where it's the
chapter?
Video. Ravi Board Game Rav. Will there be a dark horse deck winning big at Flesh and Blood US Nationals? Or are we truly in Steven's favorite wintry old hymn meta? What do you think? Can you use a
Some-
dark horse?
Some sarcasm. Hey, define dark horse for a second.
You think it'll be something that when it wins, everybody in the community says, "Oh my gosh, how did we miss this?"
No.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just playing the odds.
Well, yeah, you know
That's
that's true.
It's like, hey, do you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl? It's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because the odds are so good.
Yeah.
But sometimes they do.
Yeah. Sometimes they do.
It's not happening this year.
And then we'll finish here with two. Let's say actually to Cactus. I just have to mention to Cactus.
Dude, what up?
So to Cactus has been a long time. Monpok back in the day. I know you're still doing art. To Cactus, I hope you're still doing art. Was doing game art
for a game, right? I feel like I backed that a long time ago.
Yeah. Said it's kind of a convoluted one. If the two of you were in a gaming triathlon against each other, so let's say there's three wing, right? You got the swim, you got the run, and you got the other one.
Okay.
The bike. What 3 games would you pick that you'd be confident could win best 2 out of 3 against the other in?
Best 2 out of 3 in 3 different games?
Yeah. So what 3 games would you feel confident that 2 of the 3 matches we played you would win?
If I was picking,
We'll each pick.
Yeah. It's pretty. I think that's pretty easy for me. I think Star Wars Destiny.
Not a chance, dude.
Star Wars LCG.
Easily. Not even close. I'd
And
be too confused the
then-
whole time.
Hold on, there's another good one, I'm sure. Let me think about it for a second. I'm trying to think of something that I'm very experienced at that is just unfair. Do you have an answer to yours?
Is your Thurman basketball?
That would be funny.
I think you would smoke. I mean, you should, right?
I feel like that's when we're really YouTubing.
I'd
It's
be
like
wild,
when it
though.
pivots to, okay, now we're doing the round 3 and it's just basketball.
Oh, you should absolutely choose Tomb Raider. Or not Tomb Raider, Crokinole. Art's
Oh
around the money. You smoke me at Crokinole, yeah.
That would be a good. That would be a good one. Yeah, I like that. So I probably choose Star Wars LCG, Destiny, and Crokinole.
Okay, that's solid. 2 Star Wars games, too. I'd go with...
That's just what I have a lot of experience at that you have less.
Yeah, I'd go with chess, number 1.
I would lose.
I think
a
that
lot.
would be
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
at first.
For a while.
For a while, right? Until you start learning, and then it gets really hard. I could bamboozle you on the first few games.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3. If I had no practice, yeah, I would not win a single game.
Yeah. Second game would be...
I feel like you skunked me at Swords of Strongholds.
I would take you at Swords and Strongholds for sure.
Yeah.
I would. I mean, but you're wily though. You've got a 20%
Yeah,
at any of this.
but I have to win 2.
Yeah, you got to win 2.
Man, that's hard.
The third one, I would say Netrunner, but we're even on Netrunner, man. Like you have a brain for that.
Yeah, I sneakily played Netrunner.
Yeah, you have. You wandered into the forest. What else? What would you think is the third game that I would have a significant advantage on in tabletop?
I mean, you technically play a lot more Warhammer Champions than me.
Boy, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, you'd need a minute to get back to it, but Warhammer Champions could be rough for me. I feel like you
Could be Infinity because only I know the rules, and even then it's
one way to
50%
win.
accuracy.
I feel like you play more Conquest than me too.
God, but anyone can win at Conquest.
Tell you, Game of
randomly.
Thrones would be a fun one.
That would be so fun.
Yeah,
The third one's hard.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, to find a third that we both.
Because I think I could get you at Destiny. There's a chance I could win Destiny
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like Destiny's almost like my Netrunner for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where on the surface, I feel like you should win Netrunner, but I think I could win it.
Yeah. And Netrunner's a great game because the skill differentiation is not...
Alex Becker's saying Arena Rex.
I would do Arena Rex, yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's funny you think about those games, like chess, Swords and Strongholds, Arena Rex. They're all like minis, tactical war game kind of things.
Like piece by piece. Interesting.
That's pretty cool. And then finally, from Roscoe Simmons, with the end of the time cycle of Ashes... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do this. Finally, from Roscoe Simmons, with the end of the time cycle of Ashes, what would you really like to see coming in the near future of the game? Would you like to see another dice type? Would you like to see custom 2-player mat and collector's boxes, custom sleeves, etc.?
This is a lame answer.
Oh, no. Here we go.
It's not that lame. It's pretty lame, though. Honestly, I think I don't necessarily want to see more dice types.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in a nice spot. I do think just more Phoenixborn and cards and using all the dice and the systems and the different mixes and stuff. But 100% PvE is the thing. And I know it's already coming, so that's why I think it's lame. But I don't know, I think Ashes is great. I don't necessarily need more complexity or more things in it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want more magic, more dice types. I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, I mean,
or even that interesting.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I just, the idea of another magic type doesn't like get me.
Yeah, not super exciting. What I think would be more interesting is like, well, there's actually a lot of interesting things you can do. So things like advantages for running all one dice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have a time master ability, and if you're all 10 time dice, then you get some benefit whenever you start. Or maybe like if you're running all the same color dice, like they all start out on their most powerful side every turn. You don't have to meditate. You don't have like, again, these concepts are weird, but
can you imagine a card that was like, you can only play this if you have 10 used or exhausted time dice?
Yeah.
So you know they have to run 10 time dice, and they have to be out of resources.
Yeah.
So you could put some really crazy effects tied to that moment.
Yeah, that kind of stuff would be interesting, like kind of incentivize not just cherry picking the best units from the wide card pool, because I think that would also be helpful in that the deck building is so open, it is very much overwhelming. Like that for new players, mediocre players, medium players like us, still overwhelming. But if you give clear lanes, I've been playing a little bit of World of Warcraft Classic, because now everybody's catering to what we did as kids, and it's great because we just get to do it again.
We're at that age.
Now I know how the boomers felt for like 50 years.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that song sounds a lot like when I was a kid.
But you know, some of the smart things that they simplify things in ways that are bad, and then also in ways that are good, and that like if I'm playing a certain class, I can choose one of 3 like talent specializations, and like it's pretty direct what I need to do to be good at that point. You can do a little splashing, but like it's pretty in line. So if I was new and I said I just want to specialize in ceremonial, and I know that it's a valid archetype because I gain a benefit from staying like simple, that can be really helpful.
Also, in the same vein, I really like the idea of 2 color specific cards. So like this is Nature Ceremonial card, which also gives you a really clear, like the half and half decks.
Yeah.
And really leaning into that. Later, Phoenixborn being very heavily not color centric, I think was smart because you can play them anywhere, which is fun. But then having cards that kind of build archetypes with all the color pairings, there's a ton of different pairings, of course.
I've definitely noticed that in Flesh and Blood too, that it's easy when we were building those commoner decks yesterday or day before yesterday. What is
we played yesterday,
Who is this? Whose floor is that?
What's on third?
That whenever one of the benefits of silos like they have is like when you pick up Bolton and it's a light warrior, it's like I know exactly what I can cut off all of these cards and stick here, and that can be really helpful whenever you're like
totally agree,
getting your hands on these new cards.
That's why when we were building Ashes decks previously, like if it's not the Phoenixborn, I like to find cards that I key into. It's like because once you pick your magic types, the world gets a lot simpler. Yeah. Before then, it's like too open. Yeah. There's like too many options, and there's really not that many cards for the game.
It's just funny though. It just feels that way, doesn't it? Okay, and then I guess some ridiculous questions here. Actually, one more real question from Breezy. If Legendary announced that they would bring back one of the following heroes for Worlds, Prism, Starbow, Chain, which one would you vote for?
Prism. By a country mile.
Yeah, I'd say Prism too. And then
the other two are degenerate. Prism's just annoying.
I like that Fallen pops for that. It's hilarious. And then finally, the two classic questions. This one's from your brother as well. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Have you guys had this conversation before?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It is?
I'm not necessarily answering the question.
Is it a sandwich though?
Sure. It's meat in between bread. How else do you find a sandwich? Although most sandwiches have 2 pieces of bread.
So a split between, not the seam isn't connected.
I've had sandwiches that are like not pita, maybe
like a hoagie or like a It's a sandwich.
It's gotta be a sandwich.
It's absolutely a sandwich.
Hot dog sandwich.
And then is the milk you add to cereal a broth or a sauce? That's from Luke Eddy.
What up, Luke? That's great to see your name. Hope you're doing well. Sauce or broth? It's a broth, man.
Oh, I'd say it's a sauce for sure.
Nah, sauce goes on top.
Nah, but I feel like
Mixes.
I feel like a broth involves a level of like.
Tell me this: you ever had Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I think no. Here's what I'll say: a broth only exists after a point in time where it's interacting with the food over a period of time, right? So like, a broth doesn't just start out a broth. You get chicken broth by boiling water with chicken parts. So milk isn't boiled with anything. It comes right out of the teat.
But I will say, if you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, I'm a child.
Yeah.
Was I a
or
child?
any cereal, okay? Yeah. So you eat the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the remaining milk is...
That could be broth.
It's kind of like chicken broth is to me.
I could see...
It's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch broth.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's no boiling, but it still is like an infused milk of cinnamon sweetness.
I get that, totally. Maybe it starts as a sauce, turns into a broth.
Yeah, like while you're eating the cereal, the milk is a sauce, and then afterwards it's a broth.
Yeah, great. We'll just live in that gray space. Yeah. That's where we like to be. Okay, so check this out. First
I'm glad we had time to cover the important ones.
Look at how good this looks. Yeah. Let me tell you, this is like, I could not be better defined here. Okay, check this out. You see this? My deck in blue. I've got Tristan, the water god. I've got my creatures I've got blue and gold happening. I've got water. Like, this is like the best it could possibly be for me is right here. And then there's you. Successfully shut that. And then there's you. And you don't even sleeve your Phoenix Born. It's absolutely gross.
Yep. I'm here to cause chaos. Not to create it, to cause it.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. Another game, the same one.
Do we have a link real quick to these things?
You absolutely do. Just
where
Google Adventuring Party Tristan. Or Rowan if you're weird. Adventuring Party Tristan.
We show up.
Did we?
Last week. Look, right
Good,
here.
we're doing well.
There's a link in that. Let me find it.
Well, oh my gosh.
There's a link in the description.
You're like maneuvering the internet like my mom.
No, dude, look. I'm still right here.
Yeah, you're there.
Least clicks.
We're both there. Least click, extra clicks. Okay, and then our dice. So you know what dice you're using there?
Well, I have them left over from here. I just have to figure out whose is whose.
I got 2 snakes. I got 4 frogs. I got 1 lion. I got 3 horses.
Success.
And then I can start with, remember you have 2 first 5s.
Yeah, I might try the other one this time.
I might do the same. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to do Gilder, Tetra, Cobra,
Using my
Tsunami, Sonic. Oh, I get to play Sonic Swordsman this time.
My own favorite against me.
Cool.
Remember when you just ran the beef?
Yeah, I'm running that again.
That you just like were dunking on me with giant units all the time?
Yeah, did you ever find your way out of that?
Yeah, I think so.
This game's fun. How you doing, Alex? Just generally. Alex said he would play Swords and Strongholds with me if I go to Nationals. Well, let me tell you, I would put it at about a 1% chance I'm going to Nationals.
There's any chance?
There's 1%. There's always 1%.
It's next weekend.
You know, who knows what could happen? I could get a wild hair. My wife could leave me. Then I'd go.
That can happen.
I'd go immediately. Yeah, I'd be like, all right, well,
I'll see you later.
I'm going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
I never liked you anyway.
I would go immediately. Yeah. I can back that up. It was true the whole time.
So funny. Yeah. No, I don't anticipate that happening. So, but I guess maybe there's always a 1% chance that any relationship.
Let me tell you, sometimes it just happens unexpectedly, suddenly.
It's so funny.
Sometimes it happens when you're already on the trip.
Man, yeah, we don't talk about your divorce enough.
Yeah, we're at the threshold. It's been 7 years. It's like any debt, you know? It falls off your credit score after 7 years.
Has anyone ever really said we don't talk about your divorce enough?
You did.
What a funny thing to say. Yeah. You got to make sure the person's ready for it, though.
Yeah, that's right, Art. You're saying the practice marriage.
That's right, yeah.
I will say I am much better at it this time.
Yeah. Still not easy though, is it?
Nope.
Nobody said it would be easy.
No.
What did they say about it? Nobody really talked to me much about marriage. You just kind of assume and you figure it out, and you do, I guess. You realize that so many of the tropes are like there for a reason, and the things about your parents that you're like, what? You're like, no.
I see.
Right.
Yeah, well, there's more and more of that every day.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a reason you were the way that you were. Life, man.
Life, man.
We're just living it.
My least favorite thing about Ashes is that I don't get the satisfaction of drawing from the deck I just shuffled until like later, and I've forgotten about it.
But one of my favorite things about Ashes is I never draw my opening hand and go, oh no.
Very true. Here we go, Yahtzee. I like seeing that big frog there.
Ooh, 3 turtles.
3 basics.
1, 2.
All right.
Last time I had a really awful opening roll, and then I meditated 2 of the cards I really wanted away. This is an aggressively good roll.
I would like to go second on the first turn. You can go first.
It's a really interesting way to make that decision. Or to state that. I want to go second on the first turn. I mean, first on the third turn. What do I want? I'm first. Is that what you said?
I'll have the ice cream. Yeah, you're first.
All right.
Man, looks good. I feel like things are looking good.
I feel like...
You just feel like the cameras and shots looking better? We spent a lot of time on that. Is it sounding better? I think it's sounding better. I think Roland knows what they're doing with sound. They're so good.
Do you feel like we're going to look back at the... Like 2022. I feel like we're going to look at the first half of 2022. And it was like... There was some barrier... And then we turned a corner at some point, and then forward motion happened again.
Yeah, it was like there's always the frustration process. Mm-hmm. There's always this energy, and it's like we don't know exactly. It's like when you don't exactly know what the problem is or what you want to say, and you're just like and then you finally nail it, and you're like, this is it, and then you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's time to party. I'm gonna do this wrong. But that's okay.
That's what I was just thinking, actually.
Let me count the dice that I need.
Let me count the ways.
That.
I'm always too aggro in Ashes. I want to get threats on the board quickly, you know?
Mm-hmm. We're not in a rush.
I'm not supposed to be, I don't think. I think that's how you get better at this game. Discipline as well.
Okay. I'm gonna play Summon Turtle Guard. We're gonna spend a basic and basic. Don't need those anyway.
It's a Turtle Guard. Oh, so you're Mr. Defense as well.
Mr. Defense.
Mr. D.
So that's what they called me in high school.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Defense. Just kidding. I was okay at defense.
I'm gonna play Summon Gilder. And I'm going to meditate.
I see.
I'm going to meditate, but give me a second to figure that one out. You ever heard that song, Going Through the Big D, Don't Mean Dallas?
No. What does it mean?
It's divorce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never heard it.
I got the Jeep, she got the palace.
Seems fair.
Yeah. Meditate 1?
Yikes. We got to a weird place, and I think it was that hot dog question where we really pivoted.
It's Ashes Wednesday, man.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Ashes Wednesday. It just hits. You just want to enjoy it.
I'm gonna play a Summon False Demon.
Someone in the Discord, I should have learned the name or written it down or something, said that the way we play Ashes is the perfect example of kitchen table play.
Really?
Because we both just decided to not get better. Really?
Yeah, it was an active decision.
But
we're choosing to be bad.
Or if we get better, it's in the context of us playing with each other, right? So presumably we're both getting better at the same pace.
Which is important.
Which has been the case, but it's also really important. That doesn't always work But we found throughout the years, that's why we've been friends for so long, is that we can grasp these concepts in slightly different ways, but accelerating at about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we start to hit off of each other at the exact same time the other person's having the same revelations. That's not always the case. So it doesn't mean that if you find another person, you just play each other, that only one person or neither person will get better than the other. But it works really well for us. And we don't really think about Ashes in a hyper-competitive way outside of the games we play here. I'm not obsessing over deck building in my off time. I'm not studying tape. I'm not watching videos.
You're not showing up on Wednesday and smashing me.
Yeah, exactly. And it works because we both agreed to not do it. It's like mutually assured destruction treaty, right? It's like if one of us goes harder than the other, neither of us get to play the game.
I will say, with Ashley specifically, I do feel like at first you were better than me.
Well, that's the case with every game. Yeah, man.
Honestly, I think it's got a very chess-like structure.
It does, yeah. It's got a certain kind of...
Yeah, there was
6 turns ahead.
There was a couple months where I definitely felt disadvantaged at Ashes, and then at some point I turned the curve.
You got up there.
Yeah, and then after that happened, we chilled out.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome. Michael asking, is Hop the Griffin Brewery any good? It actually is.
Yeah.
They do a pretty good job with their beer.
It's
I forgot. There's cocktails coming too. That's just Bryce. But
I don't think we get them today.
We're not doing cocktails today?
I think they're on an every other week rotation for us.
Oh, are they giving us are they telling us something? They giving us a hint? You guys need to drink one less every week.
The inelastic strain is a little slurry.
Yeah. That was my 6-1.
Yeah, so Hop the Griffin is not far from our offices, and they actually the beers they make all their beers. Their beers are really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It looks just like an old fashioned.
It probably is. They just got bourbon today.
Which means I don't.
Dude, if they dunked on you not getting an old fashioned again, I would laugh so hard. Oh, nice. That's super good.
The old fashioned's cousin.
Yeah, it's a little more herbal than you would appreciate probably. Sonic Swordsman coming into play here.
Alex Becker, it's crazy. Zach was losing, then he started playing Molten Gold and started winning.
I play the numbers.
Yeah.
Main action on the beef here.
Talking about the numbers.
Then I'll pass it over to you.
Just let me read this guy again. He's so cool. I like the galactic clothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's clothed in the stars.
And you got the frog. Let me look at my turtle.
And it can just sit there and counter. What a good unit. Oof. Priority numero uno.
I'll let you have it if you want.
Yeah, just swing at you. Just do 3.
Summon Ancestor Spirit coming down.
Yeah, you literally are. You're fine with it.
Like if I take 3, then I can just dogpile on it, and get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Let's summon a Guller.
And if I let you summon the Guller...
Oh, wait, yeah, that doesn't damage your target. Yeah, I gotta wait on that.
Oh, yeah, dog.
Do you have anything that would matter for it? Is the demon a 2/2?
I can't tell you, dude.
And the Ancestor Spirit is a 2/2?
At some point, you just gotta know what they do, you know what I mean? These false demons,
I will
2/2.
never know that.
The Fallen is a 1 health thing.
Okay.
If it comes out.
I might wait. I don't need
Ancestor Spirit is only 1 life.
That's true. I don't need a unit guard. See, that was a dumb play. I don't need a unit guard because you're not threatening anything that can attack a unit. So, like...
Agreed.
Why put it on the table?
And you're just wasting time. I mean, you do need a Dirtle.
I can Dirtle with summon Prism Terra instead. And then side action, let's see. We got that covered. We got that covered.
Dirtler.
I've got Dirtles for days, man. I'll pass.
He's a day Dirtler.
Day Dirtle.
Okay.
Don't mean Dallas. I got the Jeep, and she got the Palace.
It's a good lyric.
When I started driving that truck, I just played Big Country 995 for the past, 10 years? How long have I had that thing?
It's been a while.
It's interesting how sometimes it's so fun just to do the role.
Sure.
You're in the truck, you're listening to country music, you're wearing the hat, you got the boots on, you're out in the country, just play into it. Drinking a Coors Light.
You know what it actually is? It's when you reach that moment in life where you genuinely just do not care about what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
And you're just living in that moment.
You just get to embody a role. It's fun. It's I guess it's like role playing, right? It's like
except for your life.
It's like acting, except it's you. Let me tell you.
But who is you?
Yeah, I know. Who is it who carries this corpse around? There is nothing more liberating than driving on your own land while drinking like a Coors Light. It's like, because the experience of being in a vehicle with a drink is obviously impossible to do.
Yeah,
should never be
risque.
done. But if you're on your own property and there's no one else on the road, it's like
I'm sitting there
so
just hopefully
liberating.
not while driving, Steve, with that drink.
Yeah, no, sometimes at the top of the driveway, at the top of the driveway, you get to come down there and you feel awesome. And so you're hanging out the side, and you're coming down the gravel driveway.
And you got the song out where you're slapping the top.
Yeah, slapping the top, and then I'll drive by Jonathan's and he'll be outside with Little John, and I'm like, hey man, you need a Coors? And he always says no.
For now.
Yeah, he always says no.
There'll be a day where Lil John says,
yeah, sign me up, Uncle. Toss one over.
We're going to Uncle Steven's house.
It's cool that you can go up to the convenience store. It's 5 minutes away. You get a cold 6-pack or something. You drive down, you enter the driveway, you crack one. It's great. It's lovely.
And before you do that, you stop by Simple Simon's and get the pizza with the Alpine dipping sauce.
You get that out.
Have you had it yet?
Yes. I tried it again.
Was it good?
No. Horrid. It was awful. It had a consistency that I have never experienced before. It used to be good, and I don't think it's rosy nostalgia glasses. I think the recipe absolutely changed to make it
better.
cheaper.
Yeah.
And it is truly disgusting.
Well, probably cheaper and easier to preserve.
Yeah.
So it lasts longer.
Oh, that thing would last 1,000 years.
Yeah. Just
out in the sun.
Put it in the vat.
Yeah, it was so foul, man.
Maybe that's how it was created.
I cannot describe to you how bad it was.
I'm going to play Summon the Ruin Dweller.
I mean, you're just wide open. All right, let's go fish. Wait, do you have anything that does damage to you when it comes in? Does that false demon do that?
It does damage to an exhausted thing.
Okay, I won't exhaust him. All right, here we go. Fish on. 3 prison terrors onto the battlefield. We'll just make you do something. Purple. Yellow.
You get 3?
They have 0 attack, man.
Uh-huh. All right. Mine?
Yeah.
We're going to play a Knowledge Seeker.
Ooh, what's that?
When it comes into play, I can move the top 3 cards of my deck and put them on the top or bottom of my deck in any order. When it leaves play, I get a draw card.
She got feelings. Going to the big nails.
2 on bottom, 1 on top. Over to you.
Okay.
John the Bard. Ashes is a great game for these casual conversations. That's what I enjoy most when I play with my group. It is a great game for that. It's like weirdly in-depth, like a super nuanced game. But yes, it does allow that, which is nice. I think it's the pace too. Like, Fab is very much a like rhythmic game, I guess. This is more back and forth. Do you have time for that sort of thing?
Good questions here. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I think that's okay. I'm gonna use Magnify and Tristan side action. Choose 3 things. There are things that add up to a life value of 3. I'm gonna choose these 3. They're gonna get group tactics 2 instead of 1 because of the old ability there. Attack actions, their numerical value of abilities are increased by 1.
All right.
So then we'll swing for 6. 2, 2, 2.
Block here.
Fish on.
Pick 4.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Knowledge Seeker dead. Prism Terror is exhausted.
And when he does, I'll draw a card.
That's right.
And attach it to my Phoenix form.
You've activated your trap card.
You let me draw a card that I knew what it
Let's
was.
put 12 damage on there.
Yeah, I figured I'd give you a head start. You're gonna need it.
You
I got this one unlocked.
Buster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I love that fish.
Gonna play a copy of Abundance.
Golly. You're just Dirtlemania over there.
I'm about to draw some cards, you know what I mean? You're gonna be out of money.
Summon Ruby Cobra, main action.
Okay. Let's go ahead and Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You got one of them thinking decks.
Yeah. Let's see.
We need. Can you double stack your spells?
Yeah.
Put your stuff.
I'll just do this.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
That doesn't mean my eyes.
I definitely want you
It's
to
kind
stay
of aggressive,
around.
isn't it?
I definitely want you and you. This is like a really nuanced deck, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You can imagine that template, just Knowledge Seeker and Rowan could like, in abundance, you could do a lot with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep your dice in the tray, please, sir.
Yeah. Sir, I'm gonna need you to go back to security immediately. Let's use my ability. Place an ally from underneath this card on my battlefield and then destroy it. And it costs me 1. So I'm gonna spend this. When it enters play, I look at the top 3 cards of my deck. Put them on top or bottom in any order I want.
Man, you gotta make all sorts of decisions over there. I like what I'm up to. 2 attack, dude. That's a good unit. That's nice.
Alright, let's put these on bottom. Then it gets destroyed. When it's destroyed, I draw a card.
So is the top card of your deck something you put there?
Nope. I put 3 on bottom.
Nice.
We going digging.
That was your main?
That's what I mean.
Etc. Let's meditate 1.
Man, so I get spam calls all the time. I now answer the spam calls and put them on speakerphone and sit them next to the speaker playing us.
That's awesome.
I hear hello, hello, and sometimes just them talking.
That's great. I just got both crescendos in the old discard pile. by the
Oh,
way,
cool.
So that's not something you have to worry about too much.
Means you're down to 1 because you meditated.
That's right.
All right.
And then I'm going to summon the Ruby Cobra.
Okay.
Let's just keep stacking damage for you to do anything about it. Intimidate 1, and when it's declared as an attacker, I add 1 to the attack value, and then I discard a card off the top of the draw pile, which is cool. So Intimidate 2, I would add 2 to its attack value and discard 2 from the draw pile, courtesy of the Magnify ability there on Tristan. So that could be really cool. Could do a snake fish moment.
Combo.
The little snake fish combo. I had that at Roost Chris the other night.
You did.
The snake fish combo.
Just looking.
I'll have the snake fish combo, please.
Max, this is round 1. He's like just joining. He missed nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and play Abundance or use Abundance. We each can draw 2.
Fine. You're in for it, dude.
Oh, that was my action.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right, saying Wombo combo. I told you I saw the light on how to play this thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, question marks abound. You got 5 dice left?
Yep.
You sure do.
Dylan, the surf and Slither.
That's super good.
That
What's
is
your
really
health
good.
value over there?
Don't worry about it. 18. 14 left.
wonder if I should take it. No. There's a lot to think about there, man. Game's good. Wayne's World. Okay, False Demon has 2 health, correct? Total Guard has 3, Ancestor Spirit has a bunch, and then there is some Fallen to clean up as well.
This is what could possibly come your way.
I get it. Okay. I will
leave them right here for reference.
I will pass.
Let's go ahead and play a copy of Abundance.
Nice.
Spin it here.
Pass again.
So each go ahead and draw 2 more.
Full hand. Interesting. 4 dice left, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Let us leave. Yeah. Let's pass.
Okay.
Still happy with this board state.
I'm gonna play Generosity.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna choose remove an exhaustion from here. You can either heal 2 from your Phoenix Born or draw 3 cards.
I will heal 2.
Alright, then I'll draw 3.
Yeah. Do you discard down in this game?
You do.
No way.
Like make you
Okay.
draw a bunch. Yeah, you definitely discard down. If not, the draw decks could just have like 15 cards.
I'll pass.
Yeah. Oh, let's play a Discovery. It's gonna cost me a die and a card. Let me see what I want to do.
I like this little engine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good engine.
We'll discard a Seeds of Aggression, and we'll use this.
Chaos Theory showing up screaming. Ah, I forgot it was Wednesday.
Attach a red raindrop.
Oh yeah, you got it. You're trying to combo wombos.
To my Phoenix Born, then shuffle this card into my draw pile.
Cool, that's right. So I do want to try to kill you quickly. Let me deal 1 damage to target unit, and then if there are 3, so you're gonna start plinking units, and then if you get a big boy,
If I can get all 3 of
Ghost
them out,
elephant
then
or
every
whatever.
turn I get a plink 3 and put a ghost elephant down.
All right, we gotta kill you. Gotta happen quick.
That was my action.
You get 1 turtle for your trouble, which the block happens on that. And then, and it's a 3 life. So there's really no fancy business there, is there? And then you can get our false demon times are over. Our ancestor spirit times are over. You can get a ruin dweller or a turtle. Or you can play abundance again. Well, no, you don't even need to pay for that. Turtle guard, ruin dweller. Okay. And then any ally in hand.
This hilarious thing that's happening. Crazy town.
We've got 2 dice left. This doesn't matter for that. Can I see the ruin dweller again?
Right there for reference.
Thanks, dog. Okay, I get it. Ruby Cobra is going to do Intimidate 1 to your Phoenix Born. 1 damage and discard the top card of your draw pile.
1 damage. Achieved.
It's going to be Discovery. I'm about to roast you.
Shared Tara.
Okay.
That would be hilarious. Mine?
There is no maximum hand size, by the way.
Really?
I don't think you discard down, but you can if you want. You just wouldn't draw back up, I guess.
I'm gonna play a Discovery.
Yeehaw! Leroy!
Discard a card. Leroy
Etc.
Jenkins. So I wanted to play both of them before I trigger this abundance again. Because it's possible I could literally abundance my way into...
Abundance your way into victory.
Because there's not 3 of them in this much smaller deck.
That's pretty sick. Pretty sick. Sick, man. Okay.
How about just getting 2 red raindrops out on turn 1?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Understood. All right, so we kind of want to move a little bit. Do 3 more. I think you're going to play the turtle, right? I mean, I think that's coming up. So then turtle in, you block it, probably. Turtle does turtle things. And then here
Yeah, so if you have 7 at the end of the round, you can keep 7.
Here we go, yeah. And then the guilders don't attack, right?
No, they're little blockers.
Place a status on something, but it does 1 when it comes out. That's kind of helpful. And I'm about to get a board that's going to take some damage. No doubt. Yeah. Let's do swordsman for 3.
You got it.
Yeah.
See if my gambit pays off.
It's a race against time. We make the discovery before it all comes crashing down.
Abundance?
Yeah.
Over to you. Cast theory asking, is this still round 1? It sure is.
Got 1 die. I've got 2.
How many cards you got in your hand?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, friendly neighborhood Rowan.
In the neighborhood Zach there.
I've invited you to dinner and we're having a good time. But I'm about to let it rain.
Okay, this might actually work. 1, 2. I guess I've got to decide. It's a time for choosing, as you say, you know. What's the smartest thing to do? Okay, these cards are all currently great.
Cast theory, 2 raindrops round 1. Delicious.
Yeah. Not good, not good.
Tony,
this
escalated quickly.
This is good.
Cast theory, hopefully you don't go and die before that payoff. LOL.
Okay.
And the fish go away, right?
The fish will go away,
Yeah, it's helpful.
I imagine the cobra also is going to go away.
The raindrops are not good for the cobra.
Not great, yeah. So, let me check this out. We're on a totally different game plan here.
Kyle. I think that's how you say your name? Kaylee? Kale? Kyle? K-A-I-L-E? How would you say that?
Kale.
Kale? When it, in parentheses, red, rains, it pours.
Okay.
Vorkasigan, yeah, it did come back, but the ability immediately destroys it. So it's best with units that have an on play or an entering play and a leaving play effect. Like, just exactly like the Knowledge Seeker.
And the Knowledge Seeker? My battlefield is 9, so this could get out of hand.
He's asking if it reattaches. So the thing is, Rowan's blank when he's exhausted. So if you use the ability, you don't reattach immediately. What could get out of hand?
My board. It's large.
You got that Battlefield 9. I understand I'm stoked to play Marvel Champ X-Men. We were going over the content schedule. So we stream some next week, and then I'm leaving to go to Nationals for Fab in Charlotte. The week after that, Steve and I are both gone. The week after that, we're back in full swing for 4 weeks, and we're planning on jamming out the X-Men campaign on Mondays that month.
Okay, what am I going to do? I've got 1 die. potentially. That's what I'm looking at here. I don't like that the value's in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and place a Gilder.
Got him. A new target has appeared.
A new target enters the arena. We're just gonna flood them up.
Mine?
Yeah.
Ta-da, ta-da! Discovery
Another
Part
Discovery.
3!
Oh no.
So we'll spend a die and discard a card.
Nailed it. So you're about to have Weird Elephant Guy, right?
Every round for the rest of the game.
Cool. And you still get to do 3 at the end of the turn to everything?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, not to everything, but to something.
Yeah. You discovered it all, man. And the raindrops.
Let's go here. Get the shuffles back in. Interestingly, now there's 3 copies. In the
They're
deck.
just dead, right?
Chaos Theory. 3rd? Yeah, we did it. We did it. Chaos Theory saying how lucky are those abundance draws. So it is important. I got to play Knowledge Seeker twice. So it's like opt 6.
Yeah, you filtered pretty good.
And draw 2 off of that and draw with the abundance. And I refreshed an abundance off of generosity.
And Discovery goes back in, right?
Yeah, every time you play it.
So the odds actually get really solid.
Yeah, I think the odds of 2 is probably going to be pretty common.
Yeah.
And to hit the 3rd is just a...
We get to see the elephant in action, man. Let's go. Reborn Chimera. Gross. Hate it.
Oh, that was my action.
My action... Okay, you have no dice left. I'm going to play Summon Frostback Bear over Gilder.
Oh, nice. Got the Gilder value and it gone.
Yeah. And now I've got about as aggro as I think this deck can get with the current configuration. That's me for my main.
I will pass. End of the... Well, at some point I do 3 damage.
What does it say? So at the end of the round, and then this says discard the tune at the end of the round. So let's just go ahead and discard these guys.
Yeah, I think we refresh.
We refresh. We do
I
recovery.
think we technically roll and draw and stuff before the end of the round. And heal happens before the damage, actually.
Really?
I was...
So it's all end of round, not start of the next round.
Yeah, I was kind of...
I do remember
expect that to work that way, and yet here we were, so it's...
We don't roll for start of the round?
No, you roll at the end. You roll before you decide what you discard, actually.
I did know that. Oof. Got some dads on that one.
The old horsey.
The horses forever.
And this will ultimately flip to you. So... I think I'm okay with the cards that I have. Plus I have 2 abundance, so...
And then, when do you do your damage?
We draw back up. And then I do the damage.
Okay. You get 3. Or I guess you could do 1 there. You could put him one away.
Actually, you know what? I think it may have been the damage happens and then recovery happens.
No way.
I don't remember which one.
I guess they're saying recovery is before end of round.
Okay, so you recover, then I deal.
Then you deal, and then we probably do the draw, maybe?
And you would have that damage going into the next round?
Yes, I think whatever damage you do with raindrops sticks for this next round.
Yeah, plus I get this guy.
For show.
Reborn Chimera. Bow, 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 bow. That's a good question.
David Vegel. Let's see what... I can't watch because I can't tell if this is casual, competitive, hyper-competitive, or an actual game where the goal is to win. That's so funny. Play into the, as they call it, the topic du jour, topic of the day, about casual, competitive, serious, social, budget, all the different axes by which we talk about games in very sometimes unproductive ways.
Let's do 2 of the Gilder.
Okay.
And 1 of the Snake.
1 of the Snake. And then I can place a status token on a unit. And when this is destroyed, I'll put it here. It won't matter.
I'm going to do this. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Gotta make way for this behemoth.
Make way for elephant. Oh, I got to discard. No, I don't have to discard that. Unless I want to discard under so that I get a fresh draw. So basically, what are the cards that I want? I want this card. I want this card. I want these two cards. I don't know if I want this card. I think I'm going to drop 2 and draw 1. Yes. I'll drop 2, draw 1. Good draw. 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 Okay. Well, that's funny. There it is. Okay.
It's a certain amount of value.
It is some value.
It's kind of interesting because I could have done all of that without playing any of these cards.
Oh, right.
So
maybe. I don't. Yeah, it's a place to look. You know, if you're gonna be.
I do like having like
tweaking.
1 or 2 ready spells, but like I could have started with one of these being generosity, as an example, or even open memories, to just guarantee I go get the 3rd copy or another copy of abundance or generosity or whatever it is you want.
Yeah, it's true. Jason's an awful deck builder.
I think that's kind of the conclusion I'm reaching. I just YOLO'd into 3 red raindrops on turn 1. He's horrible at it.
All right. We're just gonna tsunami shot 4 damage to the elephant.
All right.
It soaked up a great card, and it's gonna do it every turn.
It's just constant with 3 damage.
Tristan's like, "What is this?
Yeah.
Bring him down."
He'll be back. All right. Let's meditate.
Oh, I need to do that too. That Rile the Meek. We're gonna go to Lion. And we'll do 1 more. We'll go to Snake.
That fateful ice trap.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna discard this discovery.
Ah, right on.
We're gonna go up to turtle.
That's easy.
Let's just run it down. Fine by me. Fine by me. We're gonna meditate off the top. We're gonna go.
Call Upon the Realms. Who puts that in a deck anymore? What is that card doing over there?
Dude, I'm just playing the cards that were dealt to me. Let's go. Oh, there goes that other discovery. Come on now.
Hey, that's solid.
This was
Dude, this is like
written in the stars.
you
Let's try
are
again.
you are a just nailing it.
I felt like you wanted to say degenerate, but you backed off of the word.
No, it's not. This isn't degenerate at all. Until it's beating me.
Yeah, and then it's just.
Then it's just.
Then it should be
shouldn't be in the
illegal.
game. Shouldn't be in the game. Too good.
All right, there's my. What have you?
Your turn. You're broadcasting your turn there.
That was my meditation. Yeah, good luck figuring out what that means. This is the going back to the kitchen table play. The fact that I can meditate right now, and I was doing it by card, is not. There's some things you might be like, maybe, but you don't know what I did. You saw this stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just made sure I had all the symbols I needed.
You got the cards. You got the cards.
The other thing is my lack of skill is real. So I'm just making sure I have all the options.
Yeah.
And I don't have to go meditate again.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah. Like
I did the exact same thing.
This is not a grand situation.
Also, Call Upon the Realms in the deck, Jason rightly saying, because you don't want to meditate with Rowan until you get your discovery done.
Yeah, that's right. But once you do that in round 1, the yellow. Let's go.
That's how the deck's supposed to play, right? Biscotta is saying, I'm thinking about getting Law of Lions, Song of Soaksend, just to ensure if it's worth it, whether it adds much to the game except new dice. I think of anything to get is probably the most worth it of those expansions.
Yeah.
Of any expansion you could get, those are the 2 past the core set I would recommend.
Yeah, it's highly recommended. Okay.
It opens up every deck. Every Phoenix Born you already have can now bring in those 2 schools of magic. It's like really, really good.
Killed my dude.
You killed my dude. You bent my Wookiee.
My Wookiee. Oh, don't you see? You got rid of your Gilder spell?
It's gone.
Cool.
Who needs a Gilder, man?
I'm just going to play a Rising Horde.
A 1/1.
Yep. If it goes away, I get 2 fallen.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Just bodies.
You can have your 2 fallen. Speaking of bodies, my turn.
Jason Lindley, Blag. He says, why is Rising Horde so good? It's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So at this point, I'm not even trying to win.
Oh.
I'm just trying to kill everything you put out. And like,
what joy is this?
I have 3 damage and a free 4/4 every round. I will eventually get mine.
I'm going to play a Huntmaster.
Ooh, I love that card.
And basic. And when it comes into play, I'm going to place 2 status tokens on it. I guess that's why the Gilder's there, right? And then
Solved it.
remove a status token. I can add 1 to the attack value of another target unit for the remainder of the turn, and it comes in with a Panther Spirit, which I don't think I actually grabbed from my collection. Those brings with them conjurations always get you, you know?
I do. First-hand experience.
Still, my whole collection fits in the 2 Ashes upgrade boxes. It's getting close, though.
Yeah.
That'll be sad days for me.
Let's have to put out a new deluxe that includes a very fancy box.
Yeah. Yeah, did I put it with the allies or the conjurations? If I was smart, I'd put it with the conjurations. But a lot of times I keep the conjurations with the spell books, and it didn't have a book, it has an ally.
Van asking, does Steven actually have his own collection for Ashes, or does he use Zach's?
I have my own.
It's one of the few games you have your own for.
I do have my own. Okay, let's see if it's in here. I'm gonna guess it's in with the allies. So this is a, important part of the stream. Where's the Panther Spirit?
A panther hunt, as it were.
That's right. Oh man, I was so into big cats as a kid. You wouldn't believe it. I would read the encyclopedia about them over and over and over.
When you were in like the 4th or 5th grade, did they have those pamphlets about certain animals?
Yes, they did. And they had Highlights magazine, which was the best.
Those little, I love those little pamphlets.
These pamphlets.
Tigers and lions and sharks and.
It was like Zoo magazine or something. It was like I remember we had them in school too, and then like at the dentist's office and stuff. Can't you see? Can't you see? Oh, that woman.
Charlotte saying, I'm here, everybody. It's all good now.
All right, Charlotte, we can start.
It is all good.
Okay, it's not with the conjurations, but...
Do you need my Panther Spirit?
No, that wasn't... We said it was probably with the allies.
It's not that stack with Demona, right?
No, probably not.
Short stack?
I'm going to guess it's him with the allies.
Obsidian, you're totally right. So I'm pretty sure you could collect those pamphlets because they were hole punched.
Hole punched?
Hole punched. Oh, man.
I've got a pole hunch.
Hole punch. Hole punch for a binder. And there were, I remember having those in my binder. I had a Troy Aikman binder.
Oh, dude, you were living your best life back then.
Yep.
He was the pretty boy of football.
It was the, my first 4 or 5 years as a sports fan, my football team, my mom's from Texas, so the Cowboys. And my favorite basketball team, the Chicago Bulls, Space Jam, Michael Jordan, etc.
Who could resist?
We're winning championships like every year. Like the first 4 Super Bowls I watched, Dallas Cowboys went 3-1 in the Super Bowl.
It's pretty impressive, actually.
At the same time, Chicago Bulls were 3-0 in the finals.
Yeah.
So I thought the team you rooted for won the championship.
It's amazing.
Strictly. And then I turned like 10 or 11 and it was like, hey, guess what? They're never going to win again or be close. Any of them. You didn't even know how good you had it.
So good. So good.
The
Let's see if it's in here.
bliss of youth and ignorance.
Yeah, ignorance is the best. I try to cultivate it at all turns. Okay, there's some Fallen. There's a Mind Fog. There's my Rowan deck. That's not it.
Whitaker, I just saw a video about the War of the Ring card game. Have you guys seen it yet? I did see it. Looks interesting. I've always been fascinated by the art and the game War of the Ring. Never played it. It's this like big, chunky board game.
You got a Panther Spirit over there?
Oh.
Can't find it.
We have arrived.
Can't find it. It's got to be in here somewhere, though.
Wouldn't it be funny if I had like 6 of them?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Where would you keep your Panther Spirits?
Either with my Summon Panther Spirit spell, or
with your Hunt Masters,
clearly.
right? That's where I thought I was keeping it. Why are these Ashes cards so wily? I can't keep up with them.
It's just how it is, man. It's the way of things.
Did you find it?
No.
What if you don't have any Panther Spirits? Then what are we going to do?
I haven't figured that one out yet.
We've been talking about the casual competitive thing. I think this is what defines casual play right here. Where's my cards? Can I borrow one, man?
Oh, look, beautiful. I have 3 Panther Spirits here with
Perfectly
my Hunt Masters.
cataloged. Here, hit me with one.
Smack.
Smack. I've got 1 gold sleeve, yeah.
Let me see if I have my... I may also have them with my other card, and then in that case, I have too many. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
I want to make sure I'm not the problem.
You know, that separates you from a lot of people I know.
We said the Summon Panther thing. Okay, hold on.
Panther Spirit.
I just want to
Could
do
be in the
it while we're there.
Conjurations, I guess, yeah. While you're there, you may as well check, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, Charlotte, I'm workshopping a single cocktail right now, and it's so hard. You get it and have to call it. You get lit and have to call it and try again another day. It's a lot. It's so true, Charlotte.
It is absolutely true.
When we were first really getting into the craft, I mean, it's like wine tasting or anything else. It's like, you're like, okay, how did I do? And if you did a bad job, you still don't want to like pour it down the drain because like, you know, those ingredients are expensive. So then you're 5 in and you're like, this thing's getting better. And it isn't. So don't believe yourself. It's 1. You just got to do
It's
1,
like
maybe 2. You can do 1, and if it's disappointing, you go for 2 and try to make it better.
you just got to be willing to approach it. You know, you got to bear the cup of day in, day out, 1 or 2.
1 or 2 a day until it's done,
Until it's perfected.
and then you move on to the next one.
I'm
Then you
gonna be
wake
honest,
up on the
dude,
side of a road.
I'm looking at this and I don't think I'm the problem.
You're riding a motorcycle,
Yeah, I'm not the
Suddenly.
problem. I only had 3.
dressed in all
Suddenly.
leather.
That's my next great pivot.
Yeah.
Motorcycle and leather.
I think I mean, black leather is kind of the next place for you to go. You need a good midlife crisis.
Oh, I feel like
I feel like you're close to black leather already. You're like so close.
Yeah.
You get some nice black boots.
I mean, I
Drive the Harley. Come on, man.
I think I could go black leather 1 article at a time, and it wouldn't be that noticeable.
Which article would it be
Like,
then?
you know, you start with like a leather jacket you start wearing. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it's like,
I was like, you're starting with leather underwear?
no. Then it's like, if I wear leather pants, no one on stream even sees it.
Yeah, right.
Just black. It's like, okay. And then all of a sudden it's like just head to toe leather.
That's
It's
true.
a bit much. Have you seen the Friends episode where Ross is wearing leather pants?
No.
It's one of the funniest things.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't recall it currently.
He's feeling fancy in these leather pants. He goes to his girlfriend's house, goes to the bathroom, and then like he can't get the pants back up. He's stuck in the bathroom. So then he calls someone, and they're like, "Use baby powder," and then like use lotion, and like it's this whole
You can imagine where it goes from there. Yeah.
raw materials are there. The fire is lit. You're ready to go. Okay, what's happening?
I've summoned a Panther Spirit Hunt Master combo, and the choice is yours now, effectively. What to do after
All
that.
right, when that comes into play, I'm going to play a Swift Messenger in
Oh,
response.
nice. Love that. Love that guy.
Draw a card. It's like I love that for you. Then it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many cards you got in your hand?
I have 3 cards.
I'm going to summon a turtle. But there's more. Another turtle somewhere? Uh-oh. Now I've got... Oh, there it is. Whew. Now I've got the problem. And then I will meditate once more.
Okay. Once more? Looking for marshmallows?
How can you have some more of... I'm going to get rid of this abundance. I don't think I need a third copy of that.
Is that funny?
It's interesting because I do 3 damage to get a 4/4 every turn, doing nothing. So I can just start passing a lot. You're eventually going to run out of things.
Definitely. I mean, I think the onus is there for sure. I'm trying to think
Oh, I can't meditate. Turtles both.
Oh, right, because he's slow.
Yeah.
Because he's a turtle. Yeah. Wise. You'd have to block that. I think you would have to block that. Yeah, I think that's exactly how that goes. Yes. Okay. And then anything that's destroyed goes, but then you destroy it after it comes in. Okay. So I'm going to side action Hunt Master here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to remove this because it's going to be really confusing.
Okay.
So it gets +1 attack for this turn, and I'm going to swing at your turtle for 4.
Mm-hmm.
If it kills the turtle, it can exhaust something, also known as a Rising Horde.
Can't have that.
It means make it more painful for you to block with your Phoenix Born, right? Be a shame if I had a couple Molten Gold, then wouldn't it?
Would be. Yeah. Gotta be careful. I got to be careful. Oh yeah, this is back of my hand. Good call. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll block. Go up to 11.
Over to you.
That goes away at the end of the round. Take it easy. So does the damage from this happen before or after you heal? Let's get this straight.
Damage from raindrops after recovery.
Okay. Asking for a friend.
Jason's freaking out in the chat. There's a small O in the series of no, which means his voice is like wavering. Take it. You took 4.
I took
You're
3.
at 8. Yeah. Oh, great. Thanks. Word Volkswagen.
Jason's saying he didn't like my
Vertical design.
my guarding there. Yeah, that's probably a mistake.
Well, you only drew 20,000 cards, so you get to make mistakes, and I just get to keep poking at you. Does Molten Gold do 3? You've got that
Yeah, it
Healy
does. It
card
does do
too, though.
3.
I know you've got that Healy make an agreement card.
It sure does do 3, by the way.
Make an assessment.
Okay, let's summon. A Ruin Dweller? No, that's bad. Tough. So I definitely, oops. Definitely want that. And then I want that.
Take it easy.
And then what else do I want?
Let the sound of your heart.
Okay. Let's summon a false demon. The mask. Horse. And we'll do a damage to your Sonic Swordsman. Dice hand. Hey guys, nice seeing Ashes again. You guys play a lot of card games. If you had to choose one, which would it be, personally? You can't ask us to choose favorite. It's just a different time and place for each, I think, honestly. Like, if you want to play like a big tournament, local, active, thriving scene game, Fab is probably the game for you. Depends on if you like the lore and the mechanics and all that, but then you keep going down the list. I mean, Ashes is one of the best card games of all time. It's super fun. If you want a slower pace, super engaged, like tight-knit community. Depends what you're looking for.
Jeez. Okay. Okay. Understood. We've got decisions to make, boy. Just big decision genes.
Big reputation. Big reputation.
You got a nice little, you're building a wall over here. You got an ancestor spirit, a ruin dweller, potentially. You start dumping. The dump is real. The dump is real, man.
It's been a theme this week for you.
You're saying weird things.
What was that word you said? You don't have to say it again on stream.
Troubleshoot.
Yeah, it's just a theme. This week is that kind of theme. Talking about pipes in your house. I mean, it's all related, I think.
Okay, do you take it while you got it, you know? You take it while you got it. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Yeah, so I am going to take it while I have it. That's going to set up a play. It's going to set up a real play. Man, this game goes deep. Oh my gosh. Why? Why are you like this game? Why are you so good?
Damn, that would have been the ideal line. If I let you kill the turtle, exhaust the horde, I can summon the demon, punch the horde, get the things out.
That's I don't know. Do you ever really want to be doing that though? I mean, it's fine.
Forester life's pretty good.
Yeah. But no turtle guard here would be awesome for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially when you have a bunch of 1/1s and my signature card does one to a bunch of things. The old board clear. Another target unit. Okay. So we're looking at a one attack here, 1 attack here, 2 attack here. Swordsman. Huddle. Can't really outswarm you. Not stoked on the Tetra here. Not stoked on the Tetra. We can get the bear into turtle territory for sure. That's possible.
Good old turtle territory.
And we could also do these things. And let's not forget, we have nature dice. Whoa, now.
Lest we forget.
But I'm also kind of in the position where I don't want to meditate and lose molten gold. Because that may well be I'm locked out of this board, and the only thing I can do is try to have molten gold for 3. Boy, the game. Ooh, it's something, isn't it? It goes. Okay. I am going to play this card out of my hand. Yes. Acceptable. Ah, Zach. 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 I'm gonna play Sonic Swordsman. We got beef.
With cheddar, dude.
You got that big beef and cheddar, that big Montana coming in.
Wow. Wow.
Pass you.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna meditate one. If this is a molten gold, though, I'm taking it back.
Kind of
Hold on a second.
garbage
Hold on a
is
second.
this?
Hold on a second. How many cards you got in deck? I may just go for the Ruby Cobra. It's not coming in this turn. I don't have the dice for it. That's a good way to get overwhelmed, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna regret that. I'm meditating the Cobra.
Bold move, Cotton.
Look, it's either like a pro play, you know, but
Without looking at it, you want to show the top card of your deck to the stream? Let me know when you're ready.
can I look at it?
Don't look at it. Put it back. All right.
I'll put it back. If it was a molten gold, that's fine. But like, look at your odds, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
last
did
week.
you
Remember last week you were like, if I hit, oh no, yes, I'm fab.
Yeah.
So yeah, if one of these 2 cards on top of my deck, I win, and then you're like, there it is, wins.
Yeah.
Win some, you lose some, dude.
Over to you. Over to you there.
These it's a lot of beef.
It's a beef malfunction. There's a lot of beef. But I mean, it's just 1-for-1s, right? I mean, it's 1-for-1 trades at this point.
Yeah.
It's a game of numbers. Can I kill you before the overwhelming raindrop advantage falls on my head, which is kind of like imminent, if you ask me.
Okay.
But you're not.
We'll go abundance. We draw 2.
Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah. Okay. All right, you got it. You got it. I feel it. I get it. Understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. All right, we'll go Swordsman into Turtle Guard. The play we like so much, we loot again.
Yeah, I'll counter. Turtle, gone.
And then I will exhaust the Horde.
Nice play, nice play.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Over to you, Brock.
Well. Just one moment.
Sure. Hurry up, take your time. Blinded by the name. Charlotte, how's that cocktail going? What are you working on? What's the drink you're working on? Give us the info. What is it? The you're doing the Sazerac? You doing the Aviation? Doing the Vucare?
Let's go.
Doing the Daisy? Classic. Doing a Margarita.
Shared Sorrow.
What's that do?
Pay 2. Discard a card from my hand with a magic play cost of 1 or more.
That's a magic play cost of 1.
Search my discard pile for another card with a magic play cost of X and place it in my hand. Deal X damage to a target unit. X is the magic play cost of the discarded card.
Okay.
I'm going to do 1 to your snake.
This one? The last vestige of the Ruby Cobra.
We're going to get a... Tough call. I'm gonna get a final cry.
What does that say?
Spend a goat. After a unit I control is destroyed, I can deal 2 damage to a target Phoenixborn.
Okay. You planning on doing that?
It's in my hand.
Why would you do that? Sure, this is a long story, but it's inspired by the particle shield. That is a long story.
Somehow it gets there.
Okay, let's talk about pressure points here. Let's clean this up. Okay. I'll do it like this. 14 searcher. Let's go Hunt Master here and swing at that demon for 2 there.
I will counter.
Yeah. Your final cry?
Weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Let's... Guess I don't need to do that yet.
You think Jason's watching saying like, yes,
Like, what are you guys doing?
it's working according to plan. Oh, you think he's doing the opposite?
Yeah.
He's saying, oof,
I made a lot of mistakes.
these guys ain't never played Ashes. Do they even know what Ashes is? Charlotte, what are the ingredients in this cocktail? Particle shield? Oh, particle shield. I don't know. Everything in my mind is a gin cocktail, but Preventing damage, that's good. Okay, is particle shield purple? Using that creme de violet in there? So good, Charlotte, so good. Right now it's accelerating damage.
Well, I guess this doesn't really matter that much.
Half the whole game of cards is just touching the cards and hearing that sound. I think it's really annoying on video, but it's really fun right here. Sorry.
Let's go.
How big a boy are you? Practical Echo actually likes the way. Apparently it's ASMR, which is a real thing, right? It's not just like a weird thing. Sounds that make people go wild. Wild sounds. Tantalizing. They lose me with the whispering into the mic stuff. I know that's too weird.
Much for you?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Okay, let's just play a Generosity.
You're gonna heal 2.
I'm gonna heal 2. You can either draw 3, or you can remove an exhaustion from a spell you control or your Phoenix Born.
None of those are relevant to me.
It is interesting, isn't it?
But from a spell you control, what would that get you? That would get you an abundance.
Can't do that.
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 Can't do that. So I may as well draw 3 cards, I reckon. Right? Dig for that molten gold there.
Okay, and I'll remove 1 from abundance.
Nice. Okay, so here you are. You can trade messenger for something. You can get an ally back that costs 0. That's not a thing. Currently nothing that you can play. Okay. Given that's the case, anything I could play probably is just damage. So interesting. Okay, so now we have to make choices. Ugh, gross. You've got one of those left.
That's funny, Alex. I think the clips of you guys talking about me and my buddy's content channel to them, they laugh pretty hard at wearing a uniform coming.
You got the 1 dice left. You're gonna do 3 damage. Probably take out the Huntsmaster or 1 to the Swordsman, which is totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. All right, let's frog the messenger.
I'll attach them here.
Yeah, and then swing at you for 2.
Take 2.
Frog the messenger.
You did it.
As they always say. Then I'm gonna meditate here.
And actually, when he leaves play,
Yeah.
Final Cry and do 2 damage to your Phoenix Born.
And then I'll meditate here into Frogland.
Okay. Abundance, draw 2.
Quite abundant indeed.
What?
Over to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's see what we want here. Like this card, 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 like this card. That's going to be a no discard for me, dog. I will pass the turn.
Abundance.
I'll pass the turn again.
I'll pass.
Okay.
End of turn. Well, I'm gonna do this.
Heal these, unexhaust.
Roll. Elyzio, did you guys already weigh in on Lorcana? We have not.
We don't know anything about it. I mean, aside from the
Look at this heater.
just the early images. Super curious about it. I'm a big fan of
Disney.
that IP. The cards look great. Ravensburger don't really know much about, but I don't get the sense, and talking about this in the Discord some, I just don't get the sense that this is a game that they're going to care much at all about hobby retail, if you will. It feels very much big box Target to me. Yeah. Using your red raindrops.
Yeah. All right. I'm first.
You are.
The goal is to not die.
It's a goal. Yeah, so let's just...
Hold on first.
let's just look at it, Let's just look at it. These are some ideas here we've got. We've got some happy little ideas, Just assume that maybe that happens, and then let's assume that this happens. Just assume that. Assume that this happens is fine. Then we might assume that that happens.
What a bad roll.
Wow, look at all these cards. My gosh. Abundance indeed, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. Okay.
I think
Currently have 5 left in deck.
Yeah, getting down to 1. I think
this
I'm
actually
gonna meditate 1.
gets more interesting.
And we're gonna go to Horsey Town.
Going to horse.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Seeds of Aggression. Spend a horse.
Great card
4
there.
here, leave 3 here.
Yeah. A great card. Okay. Nice. Seeds is good.
Yeah. My dice are so bad right now. So horrible.
So you got 20 cards to meditate, don't you? Look at all those summons,
What up, Zephin? Saying, yo, it's been a while since I've seen Ashes.
Okay. We really don't want... Here's what you do. You... Yeah, create these problems. We are going a different direction here. We create these problems. We're gonna go fish.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Swift Messenger over there as a thing. Okay, so we're gonna go fish, and then we're gonna get 1 fish,
2 fish,
2 fish,
3 fish, blue fish,
red fish. That's right.
All right.
And then side actions, we'll take none. The plan is changing.
Let's call upon the realms.
That's a good moment for it.
Still bad. I could have used any amount of support on that one. Side action. Let's turn your frogs down.
Both of them?
Yeah.
You get 2 these days, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I like having my blockers.
Yeah. Okay. Next step in the chain. I don't know what kind of stuff you've got, but I haven't seen certain things yet. So let's just assume that's going to keep happening. And let's throw... Yeah. Turn down for what? You don't have any nature dice. I don't think I have to watch out for like a nature's wrath kind of thing. I don't know what you're up to over there. What are the cards in this game? Why is this so hard? Okay. Do we just play around the horde? Do we not play around the horde? You know, do we just accept the
horde reality?
Accept the horde.
The horde era that we're in?
Yeah, do we just accept it? Or do we just play bodies and then try to do a frog and run? I think I'm gonna play cool. Play it real cool here. Because why wouldn't you?
The wolves are kind of fun when meditation becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the late game beauty. Okay, we've got a million ways to do this. And we are going to choose one now. We are going to go main action. Can't play that. Side action up. How many seeds of aggression do you think you have?
I can tell you how many I don't have.
How many are in the discard pile there?
There are currently 2 in the discard pile. The value. If I get another 4 damage popper.
Yeah, I think you would have done it already. I think you would have popped the swordsman though. That's the problem.
Well, maybe I needed the dice to do it.
Maybe you called upon the realms.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you
Perhaps, my dude.
All right, I'm going to meditate. And we're going to meditate this. Sonic Swordsman. The snake. And then
Got that fat stack of cards in hand.
we're going to Rile the Meek. Deal 1 damage to a target 3 times. I control 3 0 attack units. I'm just going to do 1 there.
Let me see that thing. Oh, you don't want to kill a rising horde?
I don't.
Alright, when this leaves play, I gotta think about my life. Sure. I'll final cry and do 2 defense for him. Because in the end, that's how I'm going to win.
That's right. Damage.
Heard it here first. Even mill is damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the closer I get you to that condition, the better.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well. It's time for choosing, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Just want a Bugatti card. Era's End.
Yeah, that's like the significant one, right?
Yeah, resolve all effects that trigger at the end of the round on unexhausted cards currently in play in the order of your choice. So I'll basically do 3 and get a thing back.
Nice.
So clear the fishes.
Get a thing back.
I love the art on that.
Let's get Era's in. I gotta know that card exists. It's funny, it's like they built these for that. Like the 3 Prism Terras getting hit by the 3 raindrops from Era's End seems kind of like the tension that's going on there.
If you get there.
Yeah.
Dynal, love this game. Regards from Argentina. Awesome. Glad to have you here.
And you've got, if you have Swissmaster attached, can you attach the Rising Horde as well?
Yeah, this would just fall off.
It does?
After an ally control is destroyed, you may place it face down on this card, discard any other allies underneath.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tetras do go away at the end of the round from themselves. But...
Or does Era's End trigger that as well? All effects.
Oh,
they'd be gone anyways.
Wow.
You could do 3 to the
I'll definitely do 3 to the Swordsman. That's so good.
Hey, yikes.
Fishy's out.
Yikes.
That's even better.
Yeah. Okay. The elephant strong.
Stop wrong.
Okay, boom. Let's see what some things look like for me. We can go here. Let's assume that. We go there. And then, interesting, okay. Okay. All right, and you've got a horde. That is a bit of a problem.
Will Stevens bought this a few months back after watching you guys stream. Daughter loves it because she schools me on a regular basis, unlike most other games we play. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's meditate. We're gonna meditate a Rather Meek. And we'll throw up this guy into Frogtown. Love it. And then main action, we'll play Huntmaster, Frog, Music, Basic. We'll bring in our Panther Spirit and 2 status tokens.
It's a lot.
More things. Over to you. What time is it? God, I feel like it's like 1,000.
340.
Crazy. Crazy. Was that a... I will fall... Da, 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 da,
I don't know.
What was that? That's fun. Every step I take...
Oh man, this is just bad. I need better dice.
Every move you... Just meditate him, dog. Throw that Reborn Chimera off the board, would you? got overkill 3 right there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do is 10. All the lights leave me, all the lights leave me, I'm a button here.
Beautiful. Oh, lordy. Do that.
Yeah, what do you think, man? You know?
Yeah, it's just a series of tubes.
That's the common critique of Ashes. Well, it's just a series of tubes.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send my Chimera at your swordsman.
Well, how much does abundance do there?
Draw 2.
And you can do that twice, and then you can probably unfocus one of them, so I might have 6 draws. They each do a damage if I can't draw.
Yep.
So that's 1 damage.
Not enough.
Not enough. You got Chimera. You don't have any molten gold. Is there any kind of weird crescendo? You'd have to play it already. What else is there? When you do damage to a Phoenix Born and something happens, there's Final Cries. I don't know. Yeah, I'll block it.
You got it.
Let's see what happens. 8 becomes 8.
4 becomes 8. Yeah.
4 becomes 8.
9 to go. 9 to go.
9 to go. 9 to go. 9 to go. So Horde goes, blocks the 3. We could potentially get 4 in based on board as it stands, not considering cards in hand. 4 in means you go to 16 health. You heal 2, potentially. I gotta sneak a couple more in. That gets pretty fascinating for me. And then you get the Horde goes to the pocket, and then you can play the Horde again and immediately destroy it. So we're left with 4 fallen, effectively.
Little zombie army.
At the end of all that. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's swing with the team.
It's a swing team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually block here.
Okay.
And
like redirect.
We'll resolve here first.
Okay. I'll do 2.
Yeah. And I'll get my 2 fallen. And then I'll resolve the Panther, taking 2.
Okay.
When I do, I'm going to play Sympathy Pain.
Nice.
So we use a horse and we'll do 2 damage to the swordsman.
Yeah. I'll be missing you.
Bye, Felicia.
Every step you take. And then side action was used on the Huntmaster, so over to you.
All right. I'm going to meditate away this Ancestor Spirit.
Nice.
And let me think about my life.
And the time you take, every breath I make, I'll be missing you. Every move. It's also the ASMR experience.
Yeah, exactly.
A simple man rhyming.
We.
Can you imagine if we did get like obsessed with being really good at this?
It could go there.
What's up, Strato from Chile? Chile,
We're gonna go Ruin Dweller.
as they say. I have a response.
Okay.
I'm playing Ice Trap.
Hold on. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that's right.
Ice traps are the worst.
Yeah.
Snakes fall right for them. All right, fine.
He hates ice.
Gets everywhere.
Okay. Back over to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
14. You got 3 dice over there. 3 dice. We're about to abundance heart to our heart's content. You and I both know that. We both know that. So we could play for bear 3, which is not quite enough. 17. You have 18 over there?
Mm-hmm.
That's one way to play. Playing for bear 3. I got the first move next time around.
Good game.
If I go bear 3, and then you heal 2, let's just assume.
Getting rid of my Ruin Dweller with an Ice Trap. That dang card got me last time too.
It's so good. I've been holding it since like turn 1. Of course, I've been holding 20 cards since turn 1. Thank you for that. If you play for bear 3, I think I'm gonna play for bear 3. You could have answers. I mean, you could always have answers.
Alicia, come for the Ashes gameplay, stay for the Serenade. On that note, if you've been sitting out there watching us for a couple hours, don't forget, Hydro Brain. Hydro Life.
All right, let's summon Frostback.
There he is.
And then let's meditate. Let's meditate 1 here.
Okay. I will summon a false demon and do 1 damage to the Hunt Master.
The old false demon. Okay. Can I take 4? 9, 12 of 17? I don't know. I don't know what kind of tricks you're working with here, man. Don't know what kind of tricks you got up your sleeve there. It's a big question. 16. You still have a bit of an issue. Grand scheme of things. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna come right down to it, isn't it? It's gonna come right down to it. Yes, indeed. Yes, it really is. You got 1 die left. What can you do with that? Summon that turtle? That's probably what you're gonna do. Unless you don't want to meditate. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay. And then you're about to get another little guy, or is there only 1? You can only have 1 of those, is that right? Oh, that's a bummer. You can't stack them up. That makes that worse.
That's why you gotta have things to get rid of them.
That was going to be better, yeah. For you. Okay, let's use Tristan's ability.
Yeah.
Choose the bear. Terrifying 2. Swing in.
Take 2.
Unblockable.
It's not what we wanted.
If you don't drop that, I'm able to at least get a +1 on it.
Yeah, I'm painfully aware. We're gonna go demon at your Huntmaster.
Demon at Huntmaster. I take 2 life. I am dead. I cannot counter. Turning it right around. Me is pass.
2 at your Phoenix form.
Got me.
Oh, you passing?
I'm passing, yeah.
Cards name.
I have 4 cards. Give me that deck. Give me that deck. Come on now. I want it. This is crazy. What an incredible thing. I mean, it's right here.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, we can use Shorty.
Love it. Pass.
I'll meditate.
Main action.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Does he have to find one to take? Effectively.
Yeah. I'll summon this guy, destroys, and get 1 fallen.
Are you at max?
Yeah.
Max capacity? That's the main action to do that?
Yeah.
I'll pass more.
Swing for 1.
Done.
Then I'll pass and die on my own terms.
How are you
draw.
dying?
I take 3.
Oh.
I've been dead for like 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good.
I did have the Molten. I was waiting on that.
Yeah.
Next turn. How many are in here?
Yeah,
oh my god, look at that.
2 on the bottom. Oh my gosh. That's what when you weren't meditating, I figured you didn't have it in hand.
Yeah, I did. It just like it got out of hand. I didn't have the luxury of Molten Gold that turn.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. Like that was like you were on the surfboard on the big wave and fell off right before it was the picture.
Crashed.
You know?
I do feel like I should have let you just kill the turtle, and then focus the thing, destroy it, get the fallen, and trigger it again before falling that turtle.
That little advantage can mean all the difference.
That 4 health ended up being like critically bad.
If
for
you
me.
like, so if I Molten Gold, I figured you had 1 more heal in there.
Yeah. Well, the problem is.
What's the problem?
2 things. At one point, I discarded a 3rd abundance, which I shouldn't have because I needed to be focused twice. Because focus 2 means if I don't draw 2, I don't take 2 damage.
Yeah, you only take the 1 damage. Yeah.
So I couldn't use both of those because I had no cards left. The other thing is generosity. I can heal 2. You can choose to remove
I choose you to draw 3.
and then I have to draw 3.
Oh my gosh, beautiful! I wasn't thinking about that.
So like I had it, but I didn't have enough cards to ever actually heal 2 and make it. And that was the problem with my roll that was so bad because I'd have to meditate to do it, and then I wouldn't have 3 cards. Otherwise, I could have done it, healed 2, you let me draw, I draw the rest of my deck, which works. But then everything was bad.
This deck's hard. You're playing a much harder deck.
But I think like if we were going into constructed mode, I think you can get 3 of these out on turn 1 a lot. Like especially if one of your cards is just like open memories.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It was cranking.
If one was a generosity, it's like you play an abundance, you use it, and then you can play generosity, draw 3, and they either are letting you draw 2 more or healing 2 damage that you've taken from just being open.
Mm-hmm.
And then, anyways, there's a way to build it where, depending on what you need, like you can either open memories to go get basically a raindrop, or you can open memories to go get a thing that lets you draw a bunch of cards, like another copy of Abundance. That would be fine too. So I don't know exactly what it would look like, but there's a way to build this deck that's really, if you can get 3 of those out,
This is a great start.
quickly.
It might. This might. I mean, it's about as I mean, yeah, those abundances are firing. That was sick.
Yeah, that was the. I didn't feel like my. And remember in the description he was saying he was trying to have it all.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's trying to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna go the red raindrop way, I think it needs to be.
You need to go hard.
Hard.
That's usually the case in these kinds of games.
Because I didn't use either, like tons of my summon spells. Much.
True.
Like it was like I did it once, so.
It's true. Apparently, the draw on that one card doesn't kill you because it's only during the draw step, or abundance, which says it specifically.
Oh, from the heal card.
Yeah. So the draw 3 actually just nulls.
Mm,
So maybe there was a wiggle there.
yeah, would have helped.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would have played that way sooner in the turn.
You know what though? I don't like that rule. Why can't we just have our cake? Why can't we just say anytime you would draw a card and you can't take a damage? Is there a problem with that? Because then we lead to this situation where like, oh, well, the assumption is that...
That's unintuitive, for sure. But I like...
Leave that to Nick.
Like, I felt like the Enlightenment guy, Oric, that's really tough.
Man, that one was immediate payoff. It was crazy payoff on that.
Yeah. And, if you picture... Like that card that you trigger all the end of turn stuff. Again, if you lean into the strategy, I think there's only one of those in here. But like, if you're really committed to getting those 3 in play quickly, that card's crazy. Because you can do things like sacrifice the 4/4, trigger again, do 3 damage, get it back. Sacrifice it, trigger, do 3 damage, get it back, and like
4/4 beef.
Especially if you're drawing
Also.
that much, like if that draw engine's actually in place.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a couple of those cards, and like it's just.
You can also play weird one-ofs because you're going to draw through, right? So like whatever answers, I was worried. Even if you throw 1 nature dice in there and go a Nature's Wrath and an Ice Trap, like those kinds of cards where you can just have it all, have the world, and you just stall until the end of the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thanks for being here, everybody. It's a pleasure.
Conceptually, I like what's going on here.
Yeah.
I will look to construct this or find a constructed deck.
I will have this.
This will be mine.
Charlotte, hope you're doing okay. I hope you are still conscious.
You have that panther for me.
We're glad that you're here. Yes, I do have the panther. And everybody else, Tim and the rest of the crew, thanks so much. Jason, Lindley, thank you so much for being the adventuring party. Check that out.
This is a good time. So we're planning on, just so you're aware, I don't know when our next Ashes stream is going to be, but I know that once we get the capacity to play the cooperative version of the game.
Yeah, we should be able to play it relatively soon on stream.
Be playing that.
Talking to Nick this morning.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that.
It's that we're that close. We weren't even talking about Ashes. I was just asking how his day went.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, just asking.
I can't tell you. Like, I love Ashes.
You can tell me. You told me many times how excited you are for it.
Yeah, but I don't think I can fully express the extent. I love Ashes.
I think we share it.
I think that as a player, I'm very excited about it. And even just as someone who wants the Ashes to succeed, is such a huge component of this.
You ready to open your game up to probably 500% more people?
Or more.
1,000% more?
It's crazy how many more people I think.
5,000% more people. Every Ashes player should be over the moon for the possibility of PvE and what that audience represents in terms of growth in the 1v1 space as well.
Yeah, and just overall health of the game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's just great.
I'm very excited. And I think Nick does a stellar job with this game.
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah.
So I have nothing but confidence that the experience offered, and it's just more value. It's a smaller game. Obviously, the PvP system is inherently smaller. So people can play solo. They can play it with people that don't want to play a heads-up version of the game.
PvE solo, come on, man, yeah.
Yeah, super good.
I would bet 70% of subscribers right now would go from this level of Ashes being played. Let's say this is the floor. This is how much Ashes being played. Solo PvE. I'll bet this much Ashes gets played.
Totally.
Afterwards.
That's why it's exciting. Van asking, will there be a new sub for the co-op content? There will not. It's all streamlined, singular thing. The PvP and cooperative will come through the same system.
Yeah.
together, and both will continue to get supported. This is not like an end of the one-on-one era.
Basically, I think the way that I'm envisioning it, I don't know if this is how they'll end up doing it, but if you imagine a Tristan v. Rowan deck being sent and packaged together, imagine instead one of those packs is Tristan and Rowan, and one of those packs is some kind of a PvE scenario challenge, etc. So it all looks the same, it feels the same. You get PvP cards, 1v1 cards. You can use these in all of your 1v1 decks like usual, but then you can also have a scenario challenge, whatever it is, that you can play against as well. So it should work quite well. I'm excited for it.
Sounds lovely.
Thanks everybody so much for joining us. We will see you. We're taking we're doing next week and then you're gone. Are you leaving on Thursday of next week? And then the week
I'm
after?
not here Wednesday or Thursday.
And then the next week you're all gone?
We're both gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to Dallas.
Yeah, so I'm going to Charlotte and then we're going to Dallas.
That's right. Nice. All right, so this is kind of the end of the road here for a couple of weeks. Hope to see you guys on the other side. Take care, everybody.